I found the best job in the world, just at least for me. I really love it. Working with Scorsese was a thrill for me. I'd always been a fan, like so many of us, but I remember in film school watching his movies and being blown away by not only the content of the stories, but the way he makes his movies, the cinematic language. So then actually having the opportunity to listen to him explain how he wants to shoot a scene and why he chooses to film it in a certain way is exhilarating. And so yes, when I got a phone call from my agent saying that he was interested in meeting me tomorrow, it was like, okay, I had to like drop everything and figure out how to, get on the plane and go meet him. Certainly, Scorsese has a very, let's say, special way of approaching the scenes in terms of the camera language. He spends maybe a week or two sequestered in a hotel room and on his own, doesn't take any phone calls, and he just goes through the script and does his shot list. He does it physically on the script. He jots down ideas and shots and sometimes diagrams, sometimes even a little drawing. It's all on the script. So then I'll get a copy of that and we'll spend a few days just talking it over. I take down notes, so he explains to me all those shots that he's designed. And, sometimes I'll have some input and, hey, how about we do this or that? But most of it, he's very clear, the whole movie, how he wants to shoot it. And this sometimes is before we've scouted some locations. And, so sometimes we'll be in a location where a shot he designed doesn't quite fit with the location, but he has it so ingrained in his mind that we have to figure out a way to make it work, so it becomes really tricky. And yes, indeed, sometimes he'll have movements that are really very fast and very difficult to operate. And so it becomes a challenge, but he won't give up. He won't say like, well, okay, it's good enough. No, no, it has to be faster or whatever, So it's fun, it's challenging. I really enjoy listening to him describing the shots and also explaining why he wants to move the camera in a certain way. It's not just a show-off thing. It's either he wants to create a certain energy for a moment or the opposite. He'll many times just want to keep the camera very still and very simple, and he wants just the performance to be what it's all about, and especially in Wolf of Wall Street, there are a lot of monologues. And we shot those very simply. Sometimes shot it with 3 cameras and different focal lengths and just 8 pages of DiCaprio just giving a speech. And it works. So it was really interesting to see his method and obviously to collaborate with him. Brokeback Mountain was a very special movie to me. And I remember when Ang Lee offered me the film, I was still shooting Alexander with Oliver Stone. And Alexander was really a huge, complicated movie. Many characters, battle scenes, of course, and thrilling. I loved doing that. It was really, really great. So when I read Brokeback Mountain, just stylistically, it seemed like a great thing to do after, very simple movie in a way, basically 2 characters. And of course, working with Ang Lee, sounded like a really interesting thing for me. He's so into research. He really gets into learning about the story and what people behave like in a certain environment. So on Brokeback Mountain, he really got into cowboys and how they talk and what are their objects, and he really gets deeply into that. And he wanted it to be very simple because, and this made total sense to me, because I think the camera is a language, and the characters in Brokeback Mountain are not very talkative. They're not loquacious, so they don't use a lot of words. So why use a lot of shots? So we want to be kind of like them, see the world as they do in a way. So they basically kind of stand around in very specific positions, and which Ang was into that, into seeing how cowboys stand and all this. So that's one reason, for example, that we shot 1.8.5. Even though in a movie with landscapes, you'd think, oh yeah, we should go widescreen. But he was more interested in the body of these characters. So we shot 1.8.5, which also made sense actually with the mountain, which was vertical. So that's why we chose that aspect ratio. But yes, we kept it simple. It was, if anything, we'd do a dolly shot, but mostly not. Mostly it was just on sticks and static shots. And, obviously it's a really good movie. It's a great movie, but just the way we did it was felt right, felt very, appropriate to the story.